Hello and welcome to a new lesson in English language for second intermediate level. Our lesson today is called Round the Clock. It is lesson 1B, part 1 from unit 1. You can find it on page 8 of your student book. You will also need to use your mini whiteboard and marker or notebook and pen. Now let's look at the lesson's objectives for today. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify vocabulary related to daily activities, routines, and chores, use adverbs of frequency in sentences, and write a short paragraph using the new vocabulary. Now let's get started. Look at the title of the lesson and the pictures below. As mentioned before, the title of the lesson is Round the Clock. You have 4 pictures. By looking at these pictures and the title of the lesson, can you guess what the lesson is about? The lesson is about daily activities, routines, and chores. What is the difference between all these terms? Daily activities are things we do every day, such as practice writing, watch TV, and have a bath. While routines are the normal order and way in which you regularly do things, such as get up, have a breakfast, and go to school. Added to that, we have the term chores, which are tasks you have to do. They are often unpleasant but necessary, such as do the washing up, do the shopping, and take out the rubbish. Compared to all these terms, free time activities are activities that we do when we have free time, such as listen to music, play sports, or go jogging. There's another equivalent name for this term, which is spare time activities. Now, hopefully you are ready for task 1 after this presentation. Now for practice, put the following activities on the left under the suitable categories on the right. The categories are routines, free time activities, and chores. You will have only 2 minutes to do this task. Good luck. Now check your answers. Under the category routines, we have get up, practice writing, and have breakfast. Under the category free time activities, we have listen to music, play sports, and go jogging. And finally, under the category chores, we have take out the rubbish, do the washing up, and do the shopping. Well done. Now, if we want to talk about our daily routines and habits, what is the correct verb tense to use? Well done. It is the present simple tense. Now, if for the case of third person singular, the pronouns she, he, and it are followed by the verb with S. For example, he gets up at 6 a.m. every day. As for plural and speaker, the pronouns they, we, you, and I are followed by the main verb, but without S. For example, they catch the bus to school. How can we describe the actions we talk about in our sentences? When we talk about our daily routines and habits, we usually use adverbs of frequency to show how often we regularly do the task or activities, or how often something happens. So these terms have something to do with the time spent in doing all these actions. They are always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, and never. As you can see, always takes 100% of the time, which means that the action happens at all time. Such a percentage descends further as we go down until it reaches 0%, which is used by the adverb never, which means the actions doesn't happen at any time. Another adverb of frequency that takes less than 10% of the time is the adverb seldom. Now, we have to know the position of these adverbs in the sentences. Adverbs of frequency are normally placed before the main verb. In other words, between the subject and main verb. For example, he always walks to school. He is the subject. As you can see, always is the adverb of frequency. Walks is the main verb, and to school is the rest of the sentence. Another example is, I rarely do the shopping on Fridays. I is the subject, rarely is the adverb of frequency, do is the main verb, the shopping on Fridays is the rest of the sentence. Don't forget, the adverb here comes before the main verb. In the case of verb to be, adverbs of frequency are placed after the verb. For example, they are always happy. They is the subject, are is the verb to be, always is adverb of frequency, and happy is the rest of the sentence. Don't forget that the verb to be here comes before the adverb, and the adverb comes after the verb to be. Hopefully you are ready for task 2. For practice, you should write 5 sentences about your daily activities. Remember to use adverbs of frequency. For this task, I will give you 5 minutes to finish it. Well done. Here are suggested sentences. Number 1, I rarely vacuum the floor. Number 2, I often listen to music when I do the washing up. Number 3, I usually make my bed. Number 4, I never play sports. Number 5, I sometimes watch DVDs on Fridays. You will notice that in each sentence of these 5 sentences, we have main verbs that come after the adverb of frequency. Hopefully we are ready for task 3 now. For assessment, in your notebook or mini whiteboard, write a short paragraph describing your daily activities, whether routines, chores, or free time. You should use the adverbs of frequency in your writing. In order to be successful at that, you should abide by these rules. You should write about all the points. You should also use the correct tense. In other words, the present simple tense. Also, you have to spell the words correctly, and don't forget to punctuate well. That means using full stops, commas, etc. And don't also forget to use capital letters at the beginning of sentences. You will have 10 minutes to finish this task. Hopefully you've done it correctly. Here is a suggested answer. I usually get up at 6 a.m. on weekdays. I always wash my face and brush my teeth. I often have my breakfast at 6:30 a.m. I always catch the bus to school. I am rarely late for school. When I get back home, I sometimes do the washing up. While on Fridays, I never do the shopping, but I always play sports. Moreover, I often listen to music or watch some movies. Thank you very much. We reached the end of our lesson today. Until we meet again, I wish you all success. Goodbye and God bless you.